TG3 here! And it's time for Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero, or should I just say Dragon Ball Sparking Zero trailer. So, this is the Fusion trailer. This is the trailer that showed off most recently, which involved several characters. Goten, Trunks, Kale, Khalifa, Vegito, Gogeta, and Fuse Zamasu were the characters that were shown off in this particular trailer. And I'm gonna be honest, this trailer was kinda lame. Well, I wouldn't say lame, it was the weakest. I didn't like it. Let me explain. So, this trailer, I don't know, something seemed off. Something seemed weird. I was watching the characters fight each other and, like, their moves just seemed kind of clunky. I know they're still in the development process. We still haven't gotten a release date for the game or anything. Well, that didn't last long. At the time of editing this, they made another Sparking Zero trailer for the Summer Game Fest, and it has a release date. So, I guess I'm doing another review of a completely different trailer. But long story short, this one wasn't the greatest. The next trailer, however, was a little bit more interesting, and I'm going to get into why. So without further ado, yeah, here's the new review. Whoa, what the heck just happened? Whatever. Hello everybody, Tyrone TG3 here. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and review the Summer Game Fest trailer for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. These two trailers happen extremely close to each other. Realistically, I think they should have just combined them into one, and I think that would have been a lot easier. Yeah, we would have had to wait a little bit longer, what, 1 or 2 weeks, but I think it would have been fine because we got hit with some news and then got hit with some news right after that. And it's just like, okay, I don't know, it just seemed like a bombardment. But this trailer is definitely a lot more interesting than that last trailer, but for a lot of different reasons. We got a lot of information this time, and they still didn't give us so much stuff. I'm glad. They fit into a little pocket of about 1 minute and 30 seconds long. We got a release date now. That's October 11th, 2024, which makes a lot of sense. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was released in October. Budokai Tenkaichi 2 was released in October. Budokai Tenkaichi 1 was released in October. It makes perfect sense that Sparking Zero, the successor to the other 3, would be released in October. That makes perfect sense. Alright, that's fine. Honestly, I was kind of expecting that anyway, and I think it's cool. I definitely, like, I kind of wish it came out in November because my birthday, but yeah, whatever. October it is. I do hope they hit their noses to the grindstone on the development of it though, because there's still some images I see that look a little chunky, look a little clunky. Like, people gave Raging Blast 1 a lot of crap for some of this stuff, so I really hope they don't repeat the mistake here. I see they're using cell shading and Unreal Engine, but I really need them to lock down on that like reaction times and contact with hits and hitboxes. Otherwise, it's gonna look kind of weird upon release. But in addition to that, we learned that this time, based on the story's been the same all the time. You can fight Raditz and then, you know, continue the Dragon Ball story the way it's meant to go. And that's gonna be a lot, because they showed Goku doing the suplex on Raditz to do the special beam cannon thing. So that's the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, all the way up to Dragon Ball Super. Now granted, I'm wondering, will they put Dragon Ball in, the original Dragon Ball from when Goku's a kid? Because it would feel kind of weird if they put that in but didn't put in, like, GT or something. GT. So they got to put in a lot of stuff. That means the story mode's going to be very, very long. It's going to be a very hefty story. And it's going to be the same Dragon Ball story, but there's a twist. Yep, there's a twist. Now you can actually do a choose your own adventure style situation by making choices. Like, for example, they showed off one where it's team up with Piccolo in order to fight off Raditz, and then obviously the events of the story will play out as normal. Whereas in the other one, you get to choose to go it alone, and when you do, Krillin comes with you instead, so you're not really going alone. It's weird, it's odd. But I do see that they're doing that. They're taking a page from Dragon Ball Xenoverse. They're definitely taking a page from Dragon Ball Xenoverse by doing this thing now where you can literally choose your own adventure, which I think is funny. I think that's kind of funny because literally Xenoverse's whole plot is we have to stop the timeline from being broken from what actually happens in the story, where this one's encouraging you to break the story by choosing something different. So that's definitely very interesting that they're giving you the option now to like do whatever. One of the things they did that I kind of wish wasn't revealed in a trailer, but you can see in the Saiyan Saga, Goku winds up turning Super Saiyan because Krillin dies, I guess, in that particular timeline. And while I do think that would be very believable for Goku to turn Super Saiyan in that situation, he'd just be a weaker Super Saiyan because Super Saiyan is a 50 times multiplier. So that just means Goku would turn Super Saiyan, but he won't be as strong as he would have been if he had fought Frieza. Like, because Goku was much stronger when he was on Namek versus now. So he'd still be stronger than Vegeta, we know that. He would just be stronger than Vegeta, but nowhere near as strong as Frieza. That's pretty much the difference. I wish they had shown that off in the game. I wish you got to play that and that got revealed. That seemed like a heavy what-if spoiler to land on us for that particular situation. It feels kind of odd that they went in and just said, screw it, we're going to put that into the trailer. But it's one of the very many events that can happen in Dragon Ball. So the whole gimmick here is going to be to choose a character in the story and have them divert from the story in some way, shape, or form. Like, for example, Cell's using the Sayonara Kamehameha, and instead of Gohan and Goku doing the father-son Kamehameha, you get a Trunks and Vegeta father-son Final Flash, which they stole that from the Gallic Gun father-son thing against Zamasu. I don't think it hits as hard when Vegeta does it with his family. I'm gonna be real with you. When Goku does stuff with his family, it feels a lot more personal because Vegeta didn't have much of a connection with Future Trunks till the butt end of that saga. So it doesn't mean as much. But I'm sure maybe they'll find some story reason for why it feels very comfortable. But this will definitely give long-time Dragon Ball video game players a breath of fresh air to play with now. This isn't just, oh, we're going through the same motions over and over and over. No, this time you actually get to alter and change the story, which is good because the story's been the same a lot. I think Tenkaichi 3 is the only game that lets you divert from the story by clicking on the R3 button in order to choose an alternate path in the story to unlock a different part of the story. So that's good. Here, you're like going through the cutscenes and choosing which route you can take this time, which definitely makes for different fights. And honestly, that's a welcome. That's a large welcome. And I'm glad that they went ahead and put that addition in. But this is some information that we got that is outside of the game itself, but it's upon purchasing the game. So we have the official cover art for the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero game. And honestly, I love the cover art. It looks really good. It's very much pandering to the Dragon Ball Super stuff that is happening, but that's okay. We got a lot here, and we've got many different versions of this game. 4 versions to be precise. There's the standard edition of the game, which is just the game itself. Then there's the Ultimate Edition of the game, which includes the Ultimate base game, early access to Season Pass, DLCs 1, 2, and 3. You get to summon Shenron for free. You get to get an Ultimate Pack upgrade with Goku Super Costume with the Power Pole. You get emote voice set, 2 player card backgrounds, and then 1 customization item. Then you also get the Super Shenron summon as well as a pre-order bonus, which allows you to early unlock it for 3 days, and then 6 playable characters and 1 exclusive character. So those are essentially, you can buy the Ultimate Edition and stores, but then you can also pre-order to get the exclusive stuff there. The next version is the Collector's Edition. The Collector's Edition includes everything I said in the Ultimate Edition, plus the addition of a figurine of Broly versus Ultra Instinct Goku, which I think is a pretty cool figurine, although Goku never fought Broly in Ultra Instinct, so I'm not sure why they chose that particular setup, but it's a figurine, who cares. And then you also get these metallic book cover, these book marks for Goku and Broly, so that's pretty nice. And then I believe you also get, I think that's all you get for that. And then last but not least is the edition that I'm getting. I'm getting this edition strictly for that Steelbook, because you all know me, I'm a sucker for Steelbooks. This is the Premium Collections Edition. This is the most expensive edition, and I'm going all in on it. They can have all my money, I don't care. So this edition includes the base game, exclusive diorama, it's a diorama, exclusive diorama, metallic book cover, exclusive cards for the Dragon Ball online card game, as well as a Steelbook, which I'm definitely getting. The season passes for DLCs 1, 2, and 3, like I said before. You get to summon Shenron, and then you also get the stuff that comes with the Ultimate Edition, which is all the stuff I said in the Ultimate Edition, including the early unlocks and 6 playable characters and 1 exclusive character. So, you get all of that, and those DLCs are going to include a lot. You get Dragon Ball Super characters as well as Dragon Ball Daima characters. That show hasn't even come out yet, but I'm guessing you're going to be getting characters from Dragon Ball Daima showing up here as well. Those characters also include from Dragon Ball Super Hero, which is Gamma and Beta. I think it was Beta and Gamma, or Alpha. Yeah, Beta and Gamma. So you get those. And then you also get, there's a lot of stuff here to get. Like, they have really packed this to the brim with a lot of things to look forward to in the Sparking Zero. So I am looking forward to that. Honestly, the aesthetic of this alone is just amazing. Like, I am definitely going to pre-order the Premiums Collector's Edition upon this game's release, just so that I can have all these nice things, and I'll be able to play the game at its absolute best. And I'm getting it for PS5, which I already stated before, and I'm definitely going to get the PS5 earlier now because of it. Because realistically, there were no games that caught my interest before this, and now that we got this, I'm definitely going to lock in on that. As far as the trailer goes for everything else, we mostly got a couple of new character reveals. We got Goku Black, showed up in the trailer, and then I believe we got Grade A Vegeta, which we already saw in the Rivals trailer. We also believe we got a couple of new fights. We saw Piccolo versus 17 in that fight. We saw Fat Boo versus Majin Vegeta, Goku versus Frieza, and just a couple of just noticeable ones. Obviously, Raditz is confirmed to be in the game because we just saw Raditz with the Goku and Piccolo scene. A lot of story-based fights were happening in that one. Overall, Sparking Zero, I think, shouldn't give us any more news for a while. This was a chunk of news. I think they should just focus on really, like, patching up the game and making sure that everything is in its, its prime form, so that when we finally get the finished product, we get it at its best form. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Should they still do more character-based trailers, or should they go ahead and just leave it at that? But with that being said, I want to hear your thoughts. I'll see y'all then, everybody. Tyrone TG3.